Have you ever wondered what it truly means to lose yourself in love? Ancient sage Rumi tells a story about this. A story that speaks not just of devotion but of transformation, of shedding the self to become something greater. A man once arrived at the door of his beloved, his heart brimming with longing. He knocked, and from within came a voice, gentle yet firm. "Who is it?" asked the beloved. With a proud certainty, the man replied, "It is I." A silence stretched between them before the beloved spoke again. "Go away," the voice said. "This place is not for one who still carries the weight of himself. Your heart is raw, untouched by the fire of longing. How can you taste unity when you are still bound by duality?" The man stood at the threshold, stunned. His longing turned to a quiet ache, and so with a heavy heart he turned away. Time passed, and in the silence of separation, the man found himself dissolving. The days stretched into nights, each moment carving away more of what he once thought he was. Pain became his companion, longing his teacher. Slowly, without resistance, he surrendered to the fire of his yearning. He understood that to love the beloved was to unmake himself. A year passed, and the man, no longer raw but softened by suffering, returned to the door. His hands trembled as he knocked, but his heart was steady, stripped of the pride that once filled it. Again, the voice came from within. "Who is it?" This time, the man bowed his head and whispered, "It is you." A deep silence followed, not of rejection but of acceptance. The door opened, and the beloved's warm and inviting voice said, "Enter. Now that you have become me, there is no room for two. When the self dissolves, what remains is love alone." And so the man stepped inside, not as himself, but as love itself. In love, as in life, the greatest journey is not to find, but to become. We knock, seeking answers, but it is only when we surrender our sense of self that the door finally opens. After all, the path is not about arrival, but about dissolving into something greater. What door are you standing before today?